YouTube Nation, Maven TV, aka Me TV, aka to get back. I always get back to you guys, and I want to say this now. Artists, you've waited so long for these videos. You've been very patient with me. I want to thank you guys for that, all right, and girls as well. I also want to say that I'm not sure how I want to move this video into, a new structure. I do want to give everybody a little something so you know what I'm talking about. I feel as though I'm back in my element when it comes to the art videos, so I'm definitely going to try to do some reviews and give you artists some advice and tools that you will need to progress in the field. So let's start off today with Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. That's right, talk about the manga. Now, for people who have not read this, I've put chapters 1 and 2, which are the only 2 chapters of this. I put them in the info bar for you, okay? So just to let you know, that's all you get. And I'm pretty sad that Capcom discontinued this. I really am, but I'll speak about that later. Because it's a really good, it's not a bad thing, it's really good. And here's the thing. For people who don't read manga, just to let you know, you always read from right to left, alright? Meaning panel-wise, right to left. Unless there's something big happening in the center, sometimes it'll take you across, then you'll have to go back down to the right, okay? But you always read right to left, okay? Now, I want to talk about Resident Evil real quick, due to the fact that, I want to talk about character build for this, I want to talk about writing. The writing is pretty good, alright? Now, you also have to understand that this Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, is pretty much, it's in canon with the rest of the Resident Evil universe. This is when Wesker is pretty much Matrix Wesker, just to let you know, okay? But anyways, I want to talk about the characters real quick, because Chris and Jill, they're not super soldiers. They're actually human. They make mistakes in this manga, alright? They constantly talk, and there's times where they actually miscommunicate, and they show that in the manga, and it's really good because that's what it was always about. Resident Evil wasn't always about being the elite soldier. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to run into problems. They walked into surprises. They didn't know how to handle certain firefights with zombies. It was very well done as far as I'm concerned. All right, now I want to talk about the technical aspects. There was times where I felt, the body proportions, even though they're very well done, to trained eye, slightly, to some they're slightly off, which is not a big deal. Not a big deal, okay? However, point of origin, line of sight, and angle perspective work very well with this manga. It really does. It really keeps you involved in what's going on. They do a very good job, even without talking. You know what I mean? And when you have action scenes, it keeps you, you know what I mean? It keeps you on edge. It does. They do a very good job telling a story without having to tell the story. And they do a very good job. I'm very upset with Capcom. They did a disservice to not continuing this, because at the end of Chapter 2, they tell you, like I said, I don't want to spoil anything, they tell you, well, if you want to know what else happens, you're going to have to play the video game. And I was just like, come on, man. Like, you got me into it, and now that's it. It's over. And the thing is, Capcom, this is something that Capcom, I felt, could have done, I should say, in the long run. They could have taken side stories and characters that people don't see that much anymore and put them in manga form to give it an overall universe, on top of hitting every market. You have the video game market when it comes to Resident Evil. You could take on the manga market. We've seen Degeneration, and Damnation just came out, so you have the movie market. I mean, seriously, and, the live action movies. You can corner the market with Resident Evil if you'd have kept with the manga. I'm kind of disappointed that Capcom didn't see this in the long run. Not that I'm mad at them. It's a very well done book. It is. If I would have saw that in, say, like a Barnes & Noble or whatever, before I saw it online, if I'd have saw that and I'd have thumbed through it, because y'all know how it is when you go to bookstores, they let you thumb through stuff, and sometimes I hate that, but sometimes it's called for to see if you're getting quality or not. I would have bought it, because I felt it was very well done. It was just very well done. I was very impressed with it, as far as I'm concerned. Capcom, please, if you're thinking about, bring back that manga. Seriously, you're doing a disservice. You're actually hurting, I won't say hurting the fan base, but you're hurting yourselves, because there's money to be made in that. There's so much money to be made in that. But I want to move on. I want to talk about something else. For those who have not seen it yet, Godkiller. Now, Godkiller, I've had a chance to sit down and watch this. And for those who don't know, it's more of a motion comic more than it is animation. Alright, I believe it's on Netflix Stream now. You can see it. It's based off the comics. And the comics, I put it like this. The atmosphere will remind you of heavy metal. Alright, space theme. They do a very good job of not only shock factor, alright, shock value, they'll get you, because if you don't know what's going on, and when people reveal themselves, it's very graphic too. Alright, so just to let you know, you're going to see a lot of, people taking off their clothes, and you're going to see a lot of genitalia and things like that. But here's the thing. When you see these type of things, it's very interesting that Godkiller has taken this route where it actually progressed after a while in story, because it started out very well. Voice acting is done very well. Lance Hendrickson really starts off. The dialogue, I'll say, is very well done till about middle of the scenario. Then it's like, okay, where are we going here? So it starts out strong and then starts to teeter off, and then they go on their journey. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything. They go on their journey, and it's like, okay, where are you taking me? And then I put it like this. By the end of it, you're just like, okay, where am I going with this? Where am I going? You know what I mean? That's how you feel. And it ends abruptly because they're going to make another one. So it's only part 1, okay? So it's kind of hard for me to judge exactly how far it's going to go, but from an atmosphere perspective and a shock factor perspective, it does a very damn good job. I like the fact that they used, you know, not only the drawings, but you can tell in certain scenes. And I've spoke about this before in my art videos, how I explain how there's certain times where in certain points of perspective, you'll have very detailed drawings and then you'll have not so very detailed drawings. And that's the thing, it tells a story. While it's going on, you will see a very good drawing in one frame, and the next frame, you're like, what the hell is that? And then, yeah, that's what it goes to. It tells a great story when it comes to those frames, and it goes to tell you that it still has a raw feel for, you know, exactly for the actual comic. So I'm very happy to see that we're seeing more motion comics come along. A lot of stills. Every once in a while you'll see an animation out, but mostly a lot of voice acting, a lot of stills, and it still tells a very, you know, a very well story to keep you interested. And I put it like this: if you haven't seen it yet, by all means, please give it a chance. Maybe your opinion will be different than mine. I mean, seriously, I haven't read much of the Godkiller comics, so the motion comic really stands out for me. As far as I'm concerned, I'm interested to see what they're going to do next. I'm not like, oh my god, it's great, it's just the best thing I've ever seen, but I do want to see where it goes next. We've seen other motion comics as well, like Iron Man Extremis and X-Men. We've seen all these type of things come along the way, and we've seen what can be done if you do a motion comic effectively. Of course, it depends also on your budget. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's very well done. Very well done. I would watch it again, alright? But I put it like this, don't watch it at night. And I say that because when I was watching it was like 2 in the morning, and I was like, okay, now it's caught my attention. Now it's getting, you know, it's getting to that part where it's like, and then I catch myself and I'm like, I'm back up again. So, I mean, it really does a good job though, and it's very interesting to see how everyone, I put it like this, how they love to use certain key terms, like everyone's blood is dirty, or, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, it really does stand out what type of world they're trying to make Godkiller, which is, you know, which is very interesting. We haven't seen, I haven't seen something like I said, sort of like heavy metal in a very long time. So, very cool. At first I thought Battle Angel, but then as it went on, I'm like, yeah, more heavy metal than Battle Angel. So, and I still don't understand what's going on with Battle Angel. What's going on? I understand that James Cameron's supposed to be making a movie, but as far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen anything. Take those comics, once again, make them motion comics. There's so much money to be made in this stuff. It just is. I don't know why. But anyways, they haven't done it. Anyways, I want to move on. I want to talk to you artists real quick, because I want to talk about some tools that you will need to get started for you beginners. Now, I put in the link in the info bar 10 tools that you will need, all right? And it goes into detail exactly what you'll need. I want to talk about certain things, but first, I need to talk about you architects at first, all right? Because for those who don't understand what's going on, because a lot of architects, when I was doing the videos before, they were saying, you know, how can we get some help or whatever. Well, now there's a new app. If you have an iPad or an Android tablet, whatever, there's a new app out called PlanGrid that actually helps you with all your work and actually storing it as in like a portfolio.
At PlanGrid, we know you're busy, so we developed a smart way to help you manage your blueprints so that everyone on your team, no matter where they are, will have access to the current set. PlanGrid even makes progress photos and issues tracking effortless. Let's see how easy it is to use PlanGrid now. This is the project screen. Projects cache locally on your device so that you can be in the field without internet connectivity and still have full access to your drawings. The grid view allows you to quickly scroll through all your drawings, and also notice that PlanGrid renders them faster than even the fastest desktop PDF reader. PlanGrid is the only software that digitally leafs in your new drawing sheets so you can review your old versions at any time. It's always clear which version you're looking at with PlanGrid. You can easily navigate between all your sheets with just a swipe, and our easy-to-use markup tools make it a snap to take field notes. Emailing your markups is also easy with PlanGrid. The Share button allows you to email out your markups as a full-size PDF, a packet, which includes photos, or just a screenshot embedded into your email. Even better, Just select and push them all to the cloud where everyone will have access to them instantly. Whether you're building a hospital or a roadway, tracking issues with punch lists, or just sharing markups with your team, PlanGrid simplifies your workflow so that you can focus on your real work. PlanGrid's free on the App Store now, so get it on both your iPhone and iPad.
And of course, PlanGrid is free, and by all means, all you architects, please give it a chance. And you know, even if you're not an architect, by all means, still have it at your disposal, because I told you before in previous art videos that you're still going to have to take the beginner courses for architecture. You are, if you're hand-drawn animation, you're going to have to do it. Even in graphic design or any type of animation, computer animation, you're still going to have to learn. Shapes are shapes. For, perspectives and proportions, they're all the same. Alright, so you're going to have to know this stuff, so please, by all means, give it a chance. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about portfolios, because as we all know, everyone has the big portfolio, that you walk around, you put on your shoulder or across you or whatever. We all still have that. But as we all know, these days, things are evolving. A lot of places that I've seen now, a lot of people I talk to, they love to do digital portfolios, okay? Whether it's on your iPad or your tablet, whatever, all right? I just want to say there are a number, and I mean a number, of portfolios that you can get on the iPad that are free, or you can buy for a small price, all right? And I put it like this, it lets you store all your work in there. And I know a lot of people like to, use DeviantArt as a portfolio, but also, like I said, businesses and companies, they're not going to want to see your DeviantArt page at the time. They want something that's right then and there when you're talking to them. So by all means, there's a lot of things that'll let you put your art in there. They can let you do slideshows with music, and yeah, I mean, you can set up a very good presentation overall for your employer to impress them. I'm just saying. However, the last thing I want to talk about right now is for you artists is portable light tables. Now look, for everyone knows that's been in any type of art school or anything, light tables are very hard to come by when everyone has a project, all right? There's times where you won't get them till late at night. You're there 10 o'clock late at night trying to do stuff. It's ridiculous. We all know this, all right? Light tables are very hard to come by. You can always buy a portable light table for about $25, $30 depending on the demand. However, if you have an iPad or, once again, a tablet, these apps, I'll tell you, they come in handy so much. I want to show you guys. There's one called the Light Table, right? So this is what I'm going to show you guys. It's called the Light Table. And it actually is very well done. I want to show you right now. As you can see, right now across, see how I have it set up? Doesn't matter how it's set up, but you can see the targeting, all right? See how it's set up? Now, I can change that any way I want to, all right? I can change it. Look, now I just took away stuff. This light table actually works very well. I'm going to show you because I'm going to use some tracing paper. I just played around with something real quick. I was drawing Spike Spiegel not too long ago. I just want to show you how this light table actually works. Now, mind you, you don't have a peg bar with your stuff. See how that comes out? As you can see, I haven't. Let me try this one more time. I haven't really drawn him in all the way, but you can see what I'm doing. I'll bring it a little bit closer so you can see how I did Spike with the lines, all right? Now, mind you, I just did one of the worst things you can do as an artist, which is draw in heavy black. Usually, like I said before, you always draw in red or blue before you decide to go over in black. But as you can see, you can use this light table to help you in the long run. Now, I also want to show you guys, I believe I showed you this before. I'm not sure if I did. But I want to show you the difference between tracing paper, regular paper, and cells. That's right, animation cells. So I'm going to show you this. That's right, this is J Cocoon. Now, I want to show you. As you can see, I'm going to lift this up a little bit. As you can see, with an animation cell, you can see the cell comes off of the background. That's what we do in art. We draw on cells, all right? You don't see that background. That's a completely different layer that you're seeing there. I'll lift it one more time so you can see it, all right? Now, I do want to show you guys how it actually looks on this light table, the animation cell. All right, I'm going to show you exactly. I'm not going to open this all the way because it's still in its prime form. But look, let me show you. See that? See how? Oh, wait, let me straighten out. See how clear that looks? I know I have that all kind of messed up, but see how clear it looks when it comes to being on a light table. Now, mind you, this is only for the iPad. There is no peg bar here to hook your subject, I should say, your paper, so that it doesn't move, okay? There isn't. But like I said, for those who do not want to go buy a portable light table, like I said, 25, 30 bucks, but it's still kind of big. I can understand you don't want to lug it around. I understand a lot of people do have iPads or tablets, and they use it for multi-purpose things. You can use this, all right, to help you in the long run. I'm just saying. Now, I do want to give you one more thing before I go, which is I'm hearing a lot of talk about Ninja Scroll 2. That's right, Ninja Scroll 2 is on its way to come out. It's been, what, 20 years almost? I will put the teaser trailer in the info bar for you guys if you haven't checked it out. Also, I'm still taking questions about this stuff because you know in the previous ones I've always answered your questions. You also know that I will either answer them in the in the comments. If I haven't, I usually save those for the next video, and I'll answer them on camera. All right. So if you have any questions or any type of suggestions, I'm willing to listen. Also, please. Support the graffiti project that I'm doing on Instagram. I'll put the link in the info bar for that. So far, it's, you know what I mean, I don't expect much from people, but I am putting up a lot of more art now. I still have some stuff to put up today, actually. So there's almost about 30 pictures now up there. Pretty good stuff. And like I said, until then, I believe I'm done. So I will talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. Keep drawing, people. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm out.